I'm Jack from KMJG Films, and today I'm going to be answering question 7 of the evaluation. Now question 7 is, what have you learnt about technologies from the process of constructing this product, which is our film? Firstly, we use Sony camcorders provided by the media department to film our preliminary task, whereas in our main film we used a DSLR. This one in particular is the Canon 600D. The one filming is a Canon 700D. Both these cameras were used to film our main task. This enabled us to get better quality shots and allow us to do many different types of settings, maybe reduce the aperture, increase the aperture, or exposure, which can create different types of shots. Also, in our main task we used an external mic. This one in particular is a Rode mic. It comes with a dead cat device which stops wind affecting the sound quality, which is what we noticed when filming our preliminary task. Also, it has a stabilised attachment, which means if it's knocked or if you hit it, it doesn't make a significant loud bang on the mic, which you can hear if you usually jog your mic on your camera. This means we picked up a lot better diegetic dialogue on the film. It's also very simple to connect. The Rode mic itself comes as a shoe mount, which is this piece here. It simply goes into the foot mount, which comes stock on most DSLRs, and it simply goes into the mic slot around the back. So it's very easy to put on, and it's not very it's not in the way, so you can still look through the viewfinder, and it's not in a separate audio document, which I found quite easy compared to another Rode mic that we tried. Also, this specific mic is directional, which basically means it only picks up sound in whatever direction you place it in. This blocks any unnecessary sound pollution picked up, which we did find in our preliminary task with background noise, such as people on the field, because we filmed at school. This stops any sort of behind the mic noise which can affect shots. The mic also allows for crisper and better quality sound. When filming in the woods, we filmed midday, early morning. The sun was at its highest. Some of the shots were affected by the amount of sun going into the lens, into the sensor. They're significantly affecting shots and creating what is known as a lens flare. So we used a lens hood, which simply connect onto the end of the lens. They fit most 58mm lenses. You can get others for different size lens depending on what you're using. This stops any unnecessary light coming in from different positions and affecting the shot. We also used a much better tripod in the main task. This particular one comes with a liquid head, which provides steady panning shots, so there's no sort of juddering with the camera on. It also came with a handle which allows for you to control the camera a lot better once it's on the tripod. Also, compared to this tripod I'm filming on now, that we use in our preliminary task, the legs are quite sort of exposed and quite fragile. As you can see on this particular one, it has a sort of cross section which keeps the legs nice and secure, so there's no unnecessary movement. This also prevents the wind affecting the shot, so it could be shaking the tripod, creating the camera to shake, and which can affect shots. Also, when we filmed a tracking shot in our preliminary task, we used this rig. Our rigs are very helpful because they allow much better movement for the camera, and they decrease movement. As you can see, the camera sits on top of this standard fitment. The only problem we found with this is that the running shot we filmed in the preliminary task, which is on screen now, was quite shaky, mainly because running is still quite a task with this much weight and it's not exactly stabilised. The difference between the preliminary task is that we use what is called a Steadicam. Now this provides for a super steady shot because of its gyro gimbal, which is where the handle is, and they have 360 movement up and down. This prevents any shots being affected by bumps, so you can create a super steady motion without bumps affecting the shot. Finally, we used the GoPro Hero 3 Plus in the particular tracking shot, which is the same shot as the rig shot. Now the GoPro it only comes standard with 16 megapixels. Although it's a very good camera, it's quite compact, it's not very heavy. The shot quality was not as good compared to a DSLR which we used. So all the shots we used in our main task were filmed on the DSLR, and we found that they provided a much better quality than the GoPro shot.